actually wrote, and I want you to let me know what you think about sound related to light. So when we know that some of us know that electromagnetic radiation is what science defines as light. So when energy emanates from one source and is transferred through space, that can actually scientifically be defined as radiation. Sound radiates from one position in space just as light does. So I would love to hear you talk to us about the relationship between light and sound. I personally have seen that light and sound. I think everything is sound, but I want you to share with us what you think about light and sound as far as especially creation. And
You
please let us
you you are 100% correct right now. And light
know.
is sound. Sound is the first stage of light. So it's sound allegorically would be like the conception of light, and then light would be like the baby coming out of your womb. So
Wow.
light actually is sound. This is why, our ancestors, out of all of the instruments that we created, like the Egyptians created that harp, we also created that drum because we need that spark.
Mm.
I want to say that now, even the way that you hear sound
Mm.
is through called bone conduction. And like a lot of people may not know that I know about this, because maybe I might say I wasn't going to the doctors back in the 60s, but my research game is very great. If y'all remember back in the 60s and the 70s, and actually I remember the doctor doing this to me when I was a kid, so I think they just stopped this practice when I was a child. But if you remember back in the day, the doctors would hit you on your knees or your
Yep.
elbows with that little hammer to try to
Yep.
see, to try to test your reflexes. And the reason they would do that is because you conduct sound through your bones. So like when you hear a sound waves, you don't really hear it in your eardrum. It passes through your eardrum, it touches your skull, and then your skull actually disseminates the sound wave neurologically, and then your brain breaks down what you're hearing. This is why if music is too loud, you can burst a damn brain vessel,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not really hearing with your ear, you're hearing with your brain. So this is why doctors used to do that as well, to see if you're sound. Or I don't know if psychologists still do this today, because I don't even know what the fuck psychologists do today, looking at all the crazy people running around. But if y'all remember, one of the things that psychologists used to say, and judges used to say it all the time, was, are you mentally sound? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Nobody said,
Ah.
are you crazy? They never said, are you crazy or are you sane? They just asked you, were you mentally sound?
Yeah.
Wow.
Were you
Word.
mentally balanced? So, because if you're not mentally sound, you can't see, because you don't just see with your, you don't just see with your, you don't just, as a fact, you don't just see with your eyes, you see with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
if you can't see, you see physically with your eyes, but you see virtuously or vicefully with your mind. And if you're not mentally sound, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see vicefully before you see virtuously. And then
Mm.
also when we're dealing